There's a strange truth about life. Its toughest lessons usually come to the people who care the most, who put in the hardest effort, who love the deepest. Yet those same people often end up feeling the most shattered, the most lost, the most unfocused. Maybe someone has told you, be strong, be wise, stay focused, as if those qualities are just switches you can flip on and off. But you and I both know it's not that simple. Real strength doesn't come from moments of comfort. Wisdom doesn't just come from reading inspirational quotes, and focus isn't something you magically wake up with. Here's what I've learned. Life will test you, betray you, disappoint you, confuse you, and in that chaos, in that pain, you're actually being shaped. Marcus Aurelius, that great Roman Stoic emperor, once kept a journal entry, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That wasn't just a motivational line for him. It was a weapon, a mental sword he carried through betrayals, losses, pressure, and war. Because even when the world outside tries to shake you, the biggest battle is the one inside your head. That's exactly what this video is about. You won't be strong, wise, or focused by pretending to be perfect or copying others. You'll find those qualities by becoming more of yourself and understanding what life was trying to teach you when you were going through hell. You don't need to fake strength. It's already inside you. What you need is to transform that pain. That transformation isn't loud or flashy. It doesn't happen when others are watching. It happens in silence, when you're alone with your thoughts, choosing discipline over distraction, looking in the mirror not to insult yourself but to rebuild. Maybe right now you feel weak. Maybe you've made a lot of mistakes and you're tired of starting over. But Lestenthes isn't the end. It's the moment everything can start again. If you truly listen, if you learn, if you choose to change, then strength isn't about shouting. It's about silence, being in control even when it's quiet. Wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's knowing when to ask better questions. Focus isn't about locking yourself away. It's about filtering what really matters and cutting out what doesn't. In this video, I'll guide you through 6 powerful lessons inspired by Marcus Aurelius's writings and your own reality. Each lesson is about taking pain, confusion, frustration, and forging something unbreakable from it. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you were before the world taught you to doubt yourself. You'll see how silence can become your strength, mistakes can teach you, discipline can comfort you, and emotional pain can become your guide. So don't skip any part of this. Every lesson is a step toward becoming more strong, wise, and focused. And before we get started, I want you to comment your thoughts at each stage and share this with someone who's silently battling their own fight. Subscribe if you believe in improving every day, not just when life's easy, but especially when it's hard. Drop this affirmation in your comments: I will be strong, I will be wise, I will be focused. Now let's get into it. Lesson 1. Your pain isn't a curse, it's an invitation to power. There's a point in everyone's life when they ask, why is this happening to me? Maybe you've experienced a breakup that tore you apart, a betrayal that cut deep, or a failure that made you doubt yourself. In those moments, everything inside screams, this isn't fair. But what if pain isn't your punishment? What if it's actually your way forward? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about that. What you think is blocking you isn't stopping you, it's shaping you. Pain strips away the noise, reveals who's fake in your life, shows where you've been avoiding responsibility, and uncovers strength you didn't know you had. Most people try to avoid pain at all costs, but Stoicism teaches us something different. Walk into pain on purpose. Because pain does a few critical things. It sharpens your awareness, humbles your ego, and teaches you what really matters. You get stronger not by running away from pain, but by understanding it. Pain wakes you up, and suddenly the things you thought were important, like status, praise, and attention, lose their power. What truly matters is peace that comes not from what you acquire, but from what you overcome. Think back, when were you the most honest with yourself? When did you stop lying and start facing reality? It wasn't in comfort, it was during crisis. That's not weakness, that's a gift. The world wants you to think pain breaks you, but the reality is, it reveals your unbreakable parts. So next time you're hurting, don't just ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Let it become the fire that refines you, not the burden that destroys you. Your scars can become your greatest weapons if you choose to rise. You're not broken, you are being forged. Drop this in the comments. My pain is my power. Lesson 2. Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. We live in a loud, noisy world where everyone's talking, posting, arguing, trying to prove they're right. But the real power belongs to those who say less, listen more, observe, and act with purpose. You might feel like you need to explain yourself constantly or justify your silence, but Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. One. Stop explaining and start becoming who you want to be." Most folks just want confirmation of their own opinions when they hear you talk. Silence isn't about hiding. It's about conserving energy and gaining control. It's about watching patterns, learning, and choosing your words wisely. Because silence creates space, and space builds power. Lions don't roar all day, they are feared because of what they can do, not because they shout all the time. That's you. When you choose silence over drama, patience over reacting, you're building an inner fortress. You're not suppressing your emotions, you're refining them. That kind of control is real strength. Don't confuse silence with weakness. Weakness looks loud, but strength is quiet with clarity. In relationships, silence can be your power. You don't need to chase someone's approval, your absence says everything. If they truly value you, they'll notice the quiet. If they don't, you've saved your energy for something better. Silence doesn't mean you don't care, it means you prioritize peace. The world pushes you to speak fast, react faster, and prove yourself. Don't fall for it. Instead, choose stillness, because in that stillness your power is waiting. Drop this in the comments. My silence is my strategy. Lesson 3. Focus is about saying no, not yes. Most people think focus is about working harder, staying up longer, hustling nonstop. But real focus isn't about doing everything, it's about doing less, with intention. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you seek tranquility, do less, not lazily but wisely." Do less of what doesn't matter, less of what drains you, and less of what distracts you from who you're becoming. Focus isn't built by piling on tasks. It's built by removing the noise. You can't be strong, wise, or focused if your energy's pulled in every direction. The modern world is designed to scatter your attention. Notifications, opinions, comparisons, trends, all vying for your mental space. You need to take that space back. Start by learning to say no. No to people who drain you, habits that keep you stuck, distractions pretending to be opportunities. Every no is a yes to something more important, to your peace, your growth, your vision. Marcus Aurelius kept asking himself, what is essential? That's the question every day. Identify the 3 most important things today and protect them fiercely. That's focus. That's growth. If someone doesn't understand your focus, that's okay, they don't have to. This is your journey. Don't waste your energy trying to explain your discipline to those addicted to distraction. Drop this in the comments. My focus is my freedom. Lesson 4. True wisdom starts with questioning your own ego. There's this silly illusion we all fall into, that we already know everything. I know what I'm doing, who's wrong, what's best. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if someone can show me I'm wrong, I'll willingly change, for I seek the truth, and no one has ever been truly harmed by the truth. That's real wisdom, humility, not stubbornness. You want to be wise. You've got to learn how to doubt your own assumptions intelligently. Not so you freeze up, but so you free yourself from illusions. The ego craves certainty. It wants to be right even when it's wrong. It wants admiration, even when it's undeserved. It wants to win at all costs, even if it destroys your inside. But true wisdom is found in letting go of needing to be the smartest, and instead being the most teachable. You grow the most when you admit you were wrong, apologize first, and ask better questions. Think before you react. Maybe I don't know everything. Maybe I need to grow too. That mindset is how you rise above mediocrity, because most people stay stuck not because they're stupid, but because their ego is stubborn. Marcus lived humbly, even as a ruler. You can be powerful and humble. Be strong, sure, but also open. The wise person is silent enough to hear the teacher within. Drop this in the comments. I choose growth over ego. Lesson 5. Emotional control is the foundation of true power. When someone insults you, disrespects you, or lies about you, that fire rises, your heart pounds, tension builds, and the urge to fight or lash out can feel overwhelming. But pause. The next move you make or respond will shape everything. Marcus Aurelius said, "You don't have to turn this into something it isn't. You don't have to be upset. Not that you shouldn't feel, but that you don't have to be controlled by your feelings." Emotional control isn't about being cold. It's about clarity. It's the ability to stand in chaos, feel your emotions, and choose your response instead of letting your emotions control you. Anyone can yell, argue, lose their temperament, can be emotional. But real strength is sitting in silence, observing, and choosing your reaction. Because you're not your anger, sadness, or anxiety, you are the one watching those feelings. When you realize that, you reclaim your power. It looks like not texting back when you're furious, taking a walk instead of fighting, saying, "Let me think about this." That's strategic. Most people are emotional slaves. They let others push their buttons and overreact. But the calm person in the storm, they're powerful. When you control your emotions, you see clearly, you make better decisions. You stop living reactively, and instead, you take control of your life. Next time you start feeling overwhelmed, breathe, watch, don't chase the storm, let it pass. Drop this in the comments. My emotions don't control me, I control them. Lesson 6. Discipline will carry you further than motivation. Let's be honest, there are days when you just don't feel like doing anything. You're tired, frustrated, everything feels like a struggle. Motivation comes and goes, it's fleeting. That's where most people give up. But not you, because you need to understand this powerful truth from Marcus Aurelius. Tell yourself, "I am rising to do the work of a human being." This isn't just poetic, it's about mental armor. Motivation is emotional, it's unreliable. Discipline is a decision. It's that quiet voice that says, "Get up anyway." You don't brush your teeth because you're motivated. You do it because it's necessary. You don't train your body or guard your peace only when you feel like it. You do it because your future self depends on it. Discipline means showing up, even when no one else is watching. It's about habits, not hopes. It's about building structure around your purpose, creating trust with yourself. When you keep showing up, even when you're tired, you start to believe in your own strength, the quiet strength that carries weight without complaints. Discipline doesn't mean burnout or being harsh on yourself. It means being committed to growth. When you get up on tough mornings, take one step, just one. That's enough. Start small, minutes of focus, an honest talk with yourself, avoiding one toxic habit, and over time, those small wins become unshakable. People chase motivation because it feels exciting, but the ones who succeed focus on discipline because it's reliable. Marcus faced betrayal, war, grief, and still kept going, because discipline is how you lead yourself first. So start today. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Act with purpose. Your future self is watching. Drop this affirmation: "Discipline is my superpower." And I'll leave you with this. You've heard the honest truth, not just fluff or hype, but real, battle-tested wisdom. You will be strong, wise, and focused, not because you're naturally that way, but because you make the choice moment by moment. Marcus Aurelius didn't live in comfort. He lost children, was betrayed, and ruled during a deadly plague. Yet he kept writing, reflecting, leading with discipline, because discipline is the way you lead yourself. Maybe life hurt you. Maybe people abandoned you. Maybe you've failed more times than you can remember. But every scar can become your armor if you refuse to stay broken. Today can be the day you stop chasing approval, stop reacting to noise, and start building yourself in silence. Strength isn't loud. Wisdom isn't flashy. Focus isn't dramatic. They're quiet, earned, and they belong to you now. Your pain has meaning, your silence has value, your discipline has direction. You've already walked through fire. Now walk with purpose. The world doesn't need another perfect persona, it needs someone real, someone strong, wise, and focused enough to rise through storms without losing themselves. That's someone. That's you. If this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Like the video, share it, comment your favorite lesson, and subscribe if you're committed to living a life of true power, quiet, real, stoic. Drop this final affirmation below. I am becoming stronger, wiser, and more focused every day. Stay grounded, stay silent, stay powerful. Remember, it's not that you're behind in life. You're just beginning your rise.